All right.
Also, the more promiscuous you are before marriage, the more likely you are to commit adultery after marriage. So it's important for you to practice abstinence or practice celibacy, because when you get into marriage, you want to know that when your husband or your wife goes on long trips, like I was away for 10 days in Jamaica, and my husband was here by himself, but I knew, and kids, my husband and kids were here, but I knew, I had so much confidence that all is well. Isn't that a good feeling?
And I trusted you in Jamaica.
Oh, we sure did, honey. All right.
Couples who engage in sex before marriage are 60% more likely to divorce. That's from Marriage Savers, helping friends and family avoid divorce. All right. Now we have a time when everybody can participate. We'd like to have the lights on. And any questions and answers? Any questions and answers? We're going to offer this as an opportunity to do questions and answers. Yes.
I asked a question to start it off. So you said for the 10 ways for a healthy relationship, do you think that it's a correct order? Because I seen you had a lot of them listed up there, like time, then you said commitment and all those 10 ways to a healthy relationship. Is there any order that you should go in? Because I think that you said time away. Like, I don't think that you were saying you should have time away when you first meet the person. Like, I don't really know. I want to know.
Those weren't necessarily in chronological order. Those were just elements within the relationship that need to be given attention to throughout the course of the relationship.
Y'all have been married for a while and y'all seem to have a beautiful relationship still, and I can see that fire is still burning. So what are some of the traits that let you know that she was the one and that he was the one? That y'all were equally y'all? You know I love somebody. I'm sorry.
Did you bring that book right there? Just pass that straight down. I'm glad you asked that question because, you know, when I was single, a single person, I used to see people, couples that look good together, and I would always ask them the question, how do you know the right one for you? And guess what they would tell me? You'll just know. That's what they told me every time. It's at the back. So I said if I ever got married, I would write something that had specific ways and handles for you to know the right one for you. And so the first one, we have several things right here, and you're gonna have to read them, all right?
All right, well the first one is the test of prayer. And that means, the author?
That means you have to pray about it. I mean, if God is the God of the universe, surely he can point you to the right person. Secondly,
the test of peace. You should have peace about the person that you're getting ready to marry, all right, or thinking about marrying, all right? And then we have the test of communication. And you should be able to talk about tender topics, tough topics, you know, anything that is on your mind, you should be able to talk about it. I remember when we were talking, and I know, talking, right? You know, we talked for hours, man. I mean, we spent so much money on phone calls. But it was just so easy to talk to him. So that's a sign when there's an open communication between both of you.
Then there's a test of complementary value. What that means is, when you're with that person, you compliment that person. You don't need a carbon copy of you. If you have two people just exactly like, one is unnecessary. So what you need is somebody who balances you, who compliments you. Just like with us, for example, she's the more outgoing person, I'm a more laid back person. We had two people outgoing, that would be a problem. Or two people just laid back all the time, that would be a problem. So we complement each other. And so another one is the test of gain or drain. When you're around that person, do you feel built up and encouraged and motivated? Or do you feel like, I'm drained? You can't do that for a lifetime. You can't live a drain for a whole lifetime. Also, another one is the test of
commitment. You should be able to realize in your own heart and mind that this is a person I want to stay with for the rest of my life. I am committed to this person. All right? And if you have that sense about the person that, you know, this is the person I want to be with, then that's a good test to keep in mind.
Then there's the test of time, which is a very good one. If you add time to the relationship, it gets you the ability for things to come out and emerge that would not necessarily in a few weeks or a few months. Give it time so you can really see the real person. Then there's the test of finance. That's very important as far as readiness for marriage as well. And then there's the test of
chemistry. Okay? Do you have any passion towards the person, or do you feel good when you're around the person? Are you attracted to the person? You know, a lot of people use that test, and the only test to say, yeah, it makes me feel good, yeah, I have the chemistry. But, you know, you should have some type of chemistry, amen? All right.
I have some chemistry still. 16 years, I got some chemistry. All right. And the test
we'll
of...
keep it clean. We're trying to keep it clean here, okay?
The test of godly counsel, which I do marriage counseling, and if they come in there telling me I don't want counseling, I'm gonna say, you don't want me to do it, because we do 16 weeks of counseling. So, and the last one is the test of agape love, which is unconditional love. All right, any more questions?
Someone in the audience was saying, I think it was right in there. Is it okay to have sex as a recreational factor if you're married?
Of course. Of course. It's God's gift. A very significant phrase in the marriage vow is I do. And what that means is I do you, everybody say I do you, you do me, and we don't do nobody else. That's what I do means, if you didn't know. Our last video interview.
All right, the question we're gonna ask, would you save yourself sexually for your future mate? All right, and we're going to hear some responses about that.
Yes, I would save myself for my future mate, mainly because of the simple fact is that there's a thing of trust in today's society. So being able to save yourself and be honest with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, that's something to honor and cherish.
Of course, I'm actually waiting now.
Yes, I will wait for him.
Of course I would, because I am a virgin, so I will wait, and he must wait for me.
Yes, if I felt that she was the one that I was going to be with for the rest of my life.
We're all supposed to wait. And I don't want to solicit myself to other individuals so that when I get married and finally, you know, go that route with my husband, I don't want to have to bring, you know, ghosts into the bedroom.
It'll be better when you save yourself, you know, so especially with that one person that's waiting with you, it'll be better.